Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Countdown. We are counting down from 30 to 1, and today is day 28. We are going to be using mini bands. I have two different tensions. One we're going to be using for the lower body and the other for the upper body. If you have two different tensions, fantastic. If not, don't worry about it. You can make it work. All right, let's start on the ground in our child's pose. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Reach your arms nice and far forward. Let your hips kind of shift left and right. Slide your shoulder blades down. See if you can get your hips all the way to settle on your heels. Keep your elbows up off the ground. And then go ahead and come on up to your hands and knees. Inhale, open your chest. Let your belly sag. Exhale and round. Get lots of movement through that spinal column. Again, inhale, open. Exhale, round. Level off your back and let those hips shift left and right. Get that little bit of stretch through the outside of the glute. We're going to definitely be getting into those today. Your glute medius, abductors. Perfect. Push up and back. Let's find our downward facing dog. Pedal those feet. See if you can tuck your head back so that you can get your ears inside your biceps, sliding the shoulder blades down. Your arms are still nice and long. Your hips are high in the air. So you're going for a TP, an A shape. Big push of the chest back to your thighs. Grab deep through the core. Exhale, come forward, hold your plank a split second. Push into that thumb and first finger again. Pull and flex up underneath that rib cage. Inhale back, and then exhale, draw forward, round through that upper back. We're going to go one more. Inhale, push back. Exhale, drop forward. Grab that plank, grab your core, and then easy does it. We're going to just rotate the feet to the right and let the right hip drop down. So get that stretch through the side. Bring your hips back up, twist your feet to the left, and let that left hip drop. You definitely feel the differences of what's going on side to side. All right, let's go ahead and get rolling. Flip around. I will do one more little pelvic alignment. Draw your left knee in, extend that right leg out, hug your knee tight, tight, tight. Level off the pelvis on the ground. Switch your legs. And then grab your band, tighter tension that you have, the better. And we're going to put it on above our knees. So bring that band all the way up above your knees. And today our count is going to be sticking with 30 reps. Everything's going to be 30 reps along the way. Of course, with the way that I count, it will be close to 30 reps. Alrighty, find that positioning on the ground where your feet are right underneath your knees, your low back is pushing into the ground, rest your head. Your feet are probably going to be a little bit wider than normal because we really want to utilize that band to get some extra push and opening, activating those abductors and glutes. Alright, grab through the core, push your hips up nice and high. We're going to go to 30. We got both feet on the ground. Not super duper intense, but I want us to stay with two legs pushing at the same time today to really force some good big glute max flexion. This is 11, 12. The core stays constantly locked. 16, getting those nice flexed, healthy glutes, active glutes really helps keep the low back happy, your knees happy. A lot of dysfunction happens from weak glutes. The glutes get weak, hamstrings get overactive, the quads get tight, hip flexors get tight. It's no fun. So really keeping big glute flexion awareness and able to recruit is super important. 28, 29, and 30. Okay, if you need to, you can keep the band here. It'll be a little less intense. Otherwise, you're going to join me and bring your band down around your high ankle, low calf. Flex your toes back. Keep the legs as straight as you can. If you struggle to keep the legs straight, keep the band high on the thighs, and you can pull from there. Okay, so pull the low belly down. You're pushing your low back into the ground and then pulling your feet apart and being in control as they slide back together. 5, 6. Pull those toes down toward your knees. Feel that upper outer glute, that glute medius, your abductors working hard. But you have to keep your core solid. If you're not flexing into the core, you're going to struggle to keep your back healthy and the pelvis in place. So we're not trying to yank or force distance. It's just what kind of flexion and muscle and strength you have for the moment. 25. 29, 30. Ooh, that definitely gets there. Good burner. Okay, we're going to take our band and bring it down around your laces and the bottoms of the feet. We're going to do bicycle crunches, rest head and hands. The goal is going to be 30 per side. So extend one leg, twist your opposite elbow to the knee that's pulling in. You're using your core to push and pull. So hopefully you've developed a pretty good core awareness and flexion and strength capability by now, so that you're keeping the work in the core as opposed to relying on your hip flexors. If it's too much on your hip flexors, you can use your lighter band, or you can get rid of the band altogether and stick with a dead bug. 20, 21. Pull your low back into the ground. Flex, tug, tighten through the core. It's not about just getting through the number here. It's about getting the right activations. 29 and 30. Okay, get rid of this band. Flip it over. We're going to get a little ab stretch and back extension. So grab your glutes still. Protect the low back as you pull the chest through the arms, stretching those abs and a little through the low back. Okay, now we're going to go to that other band if you have it, and we're going to get into the back. So put your band around your wrists. You're going to hinge forward, making sure your shoulders and hips are square to one another. Put tension into that band. Pull the elbows up, push the band back down to the knees, and then raise up overhead. Okay, we'll count this one. 1. Flex into that upper back. You have to think about this one. Squeezing your shoulder blades together as the hands push apart. So you're putting as much tension on the band as possible, just like we did with our glute bridges. So it's just holding in place. We're not pulling in and out, just keeping constant flexion and tension. Here's 10. Take your brain to the back, to the core, to those thighs, your glutes, everything that's supporting. The rhomboids are the muscles that sit between your scapula. They are your posture muscles. They hold support to bring your scapula, your shoulder blades together. So we are developing and building those super important muscles. A lot of us lose. If you sit a lot, you lose your glutes and your rhomboids. 22. 23. This is a slow burn. 4. As you row, pull the elbows down away from the shoulders. And try not to allow the shoulders to creep up into the ears. 29 and 30. Whew. Okay, next up we're going to hit the triceps. So put your band around your right palm and then put your right palm on your left shoulder. You're going to take your left hand, put it inside your band. Get your posture set. Make sure you're not hunkered over, hinging, or slouching toward the ground. Try to keep your wrists as strong as you can. And then get that tricep pull, that extension. Double check the belly, soft knees. Stop your arm when it's parallel to the ground. 10, 9, tug that core strong. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, other side. Now we have our left hand inside or at the band onto the right shoulder. Keep that elbow tugged in tight. Keep the belly tugged in tight. Everything's square. When you just have a stable standing position like this, you really have just one movement going on. It's a great time to check in with your posture, with your alignment, how things are set up from your thighs, your glutes, your core, your back, your calves, your ankles, your feet. How are you keeping everything contracted and going? You got it. 16. Feel that tricep. Think about what you're using. If you can really connect your brain to the muscle, you're getting so much further. 7, 28, 29, 30. All right. Next up, we're going to go into those shoulders. So put your hands through the band. Slide the shoulder heads back, pinch between the shoulder blades, just pull apart. We're not pulsing. You have control. You're working through those shoulders, staying flexed through that upper back, rolling the shoulders back. Think about spreading across your collarbones, holding that core flexed and strong. Pelvis square to the ground. Last 10, 9. Three, 2, and 1. All right, good work. Drop down to the ground. We're going to go back into our glute bridges. Set 2. Bring that band up above your knees, around your thighs. Low thigh. All right, get your feet set just a teeny bit wider than hips, core strong, and press. Focus on those glutes. 3, 4, 5. Put tension into your band, so pulling those knees apart. Spread across your shoulders. Figure out what you can do to add more flexion where you want it, where you need it. There's 20. 3, 4, 5, 7. Good. Big flexions through those glutes. 30. Okay. Move that band down. just below the calf, so right at the base of the calf. Flex the core first, then pull. Your toes are a little bit more in than your heels, kind of like you're pigeon-toed. There's 10. Check in with that core. Pulling tight. Don't just rely on it to move for you. You have to flex it. Takes focus. And it takes willpower. You have to decide to want to work harder. You can cheat your way through. I won't know. But you're here. You might as well get all that you can from it. 29, 30. Oh. All right, move your band down around your laces and arches. Here we go, bicycles. Nine. There's 10. 20 to go. Again, take your brain to the muscle, to those abs. That's where we're working. 20. Push your low back into the ground. 28, 29, 30. Whew. Get to about 21, and I'm not quite sure. But then you just have to connect your brain, that willpower. All right, hinge it forward. Find that core flexion, elbows squeeze in, hands are pushing apart. Flexion into the back. Seven. Getting those arms as high as you can without getting into the neck. Keep rolling those shoulders back and down. Halfway. Keep your neck out of it. Find your back. Keep it going one at a time. Come on, build the muscle, push into the burn, feel the flexion, feel the build. 25. Squeeze those elbows in. 7. Stay out of the neck. 1 more. 30. All right. Triceps, take that hand to the left side. Elbow squeezes in tight again. Get that push. Different type of intensity today. It is not necessary, nor is it beneficial to go extremely high intensity every day. Still get that body moving, a little active, but you don't need to crush it, be annihilated or demolished or extremely fatigued each and every day. It actually ends up being counterproductive. 24, 7, 28, strong wrist, 30. Okay, other side. Left hand to right shoulder. Find that stance. Feel that tailbone tuck under just a teeny bit to hold your pelvis neutral so that you're not putting pressure or pull on that low back. Halfway. Feel the back side of that upper arm heat up. 21. Keep it rolling. Check in. Can you get any more core activation? 28, 29, 30. Okay. Shoulders. Slide those shoulders back and down. Let's do it this way. Lock in through that core. Ten. Keep the shoulders back and down. Spread across your collarbones. Open through the chest. Find both shoulder heads. 23, 4, 29, 30. Oh, tighten that core. Have to keep it found throughout. All right, I'm going to eke out one last set. Pull that band. Starting off with our glute bridges. Find your positioning. Tighten through the core. Here we go. There's 1, 2, 3. I kind of like to think about pulling my tailbone tucking under, like I'm reaching it to point at the back of the knees. Find that helps give me a little bit better active glute flexion. Halfway. Biggest grab yet for the day. It's our last set through. Make it really count. Put all you have into every single repetition. "24, 25, 26, 27. Keep flexion as you lower, and then just build extra flexion as you lift. 30. Ugh. Okay, move the band down if that's what you're doing. Flex those toes back. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tighten that core. Keep that core so strong. Envision somebody's karate chopping your abs and you would be able to flex against it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh. All right. Bicycles. These are going to be a doozy this round. Just set in. Appreciate every rep. Just focus each one at a time. Building that core, building abs, tone, strength, health. Last 10, 9. Don't get sloppy. Big pull, big push. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness. Good work. Good work, good work. All right, we're coming up. Grab that other band. Open that back a second. Let the belly sag and stretch. Okie doke. Now we get our row to raise. Here we go. 1. Last set. Make it count. Think about each part of the move. Where are you building? Where are you developing? Grip into that upper back. Neck stays out of it. Squeeze those elbows in as you row along the rib cage. Halfway on that row, feel like you're pulling a super heavy bar. You pretend you have a big heavy bar. You can activate a little more muscle. It's crazy what the imagination can help flex into and do. 23. Keep everything lined up. 9. Oh, and 30. Oh my goodness. Whew. That final set. A little more than I was anticipating. That's good. It means I'm not cheating. Finding the most difficult way to get where I'm going. Keeping form means you're not compensating. And everything's firing as it should. 11. 18. 'Squeeze that elbow in. Find the tricep. 9. 30. Oh my goodness. Okay, other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, if I really pinch it in, really get that elbow tucked in tight, tacked in, glued to the side, it's a lot more focus on that tricep. Don't need a lot of space. You don't need a lot of equipment. You can get a great workout. Still developing muscle. Hitting it all here today. So pack your bands with you wherever you're going. 7, 28. It's a really healthy change up from weight loading too. You're still building muscle. It's good to switch it up. It's really good for the body. Keep it guessing. Keep it doing new things. Okay. Shoulders back and down. Find that core. Here we go, shoulders. Last little bit. Just 30 reps. That's it. 5, 6. '21. 28, 29, 30. Woo! All right. Join me facing the ground. Back to your hands and knees, and we're going to let those hips drop out to the right. Get that stretch through the abductor, and then stretch to the left. Bring your right leg forward. Keep your left knee back. Slide in nice and deep. If you'd like, you can lift your knee up off the ground. You decide what feels better for you. Make whatever little shifts or adjustments that you need along the way. Perfect. Drop onto that back knee and then hinge back. Your toes are going to come up. Reach your chest toward the toes, lengthening through that hamstring. Slide your shoulder blades down. Perfect. Okay, take that foot. We're going to cross it to the left side of the mat. Walk it forward for your pigeon. Check that your hips are square. So pull that left hip forward and down, right hip back. And then lower all the way onto your elbows if you can. You do not have to. Not all of us have that flexibility. Stick with this. Keep it up. You'll get there eventually. This little sequence here, I know I've said it before, but just in case you missed it, the hip flexor, hamstring, and then here this is glute, stretch. Such a great sequence to hit multiple times a day, but at least once. All right, change it up. Left leg forward, right leg back. Yeah, feel that hip flexor. Drop onto your back knee. Hinge, back toes come up in the front. Try your best to get those hips to level off, so that means you probably need to pull your right hip forward and let your left hip drop. Sometimes that left hip, that one that you're straightening forward, likes to raise. Okay, and then take that foot across your mat. Flex the foot again. And you can keep this front foot further back towards your hip. So the further back that it is, and the less intense the stretch. And one side to the other may feel a little bit different, but over time, you should work to try to get them even. So this is my tighter side. I definitely have to keep track of it. Fantastic job, everybody. It's good little build. Building burn through those reps. All right, thanks for checking another day off with me. I will see you again tomorrow, and we'll hit it up again. Have a great day.